welcome back. In case you forgot who I am, hi, Mr. Berglund or Professor Berglund. Do you see the lab coat? Do you see it? I'm a professor. So I want to start with a fun fact, and the fun fact for today is, did you know that armadillos can hold their breath for about 6 minutes? Do you know how long 6 minutes is? You're going to try. It can't be done. Can it? Armadillos can. So this is part 2 of our introduction to how science class is going to be. Last class I told you about who I am, my favorite things to do. We talked about how you will use Seesaw, how I will be interacting with you through Seesaw. And I posted the Seesaw activity, the questionnaire, and it's 3 questions you want to ask me. But now we got to kind of cover more topics. It may not be as fun as last class. I'm sorry, don't get mad at me, but it has to be done. Alright, so welcome back. I'm still excited to have you. I hope you're still excited for science class. It's going to be such a fun year with me. We have a lot of fun investigations, units to cover. Alright, but now we got to talk about expectations. Alright, so expectation, what I'm expecting from you, my students. Alright, I am expecting that we respect one another. We all are entitled to be respected, and that means treating each other how you want to be treated, and how we talk to one another, how we share with one another. Alright, I want you to have a growth mindset. Now you might be saying, what is a growth mindset? And growing, we all grow. You guys are still growing. I'm not growing anymore, I don't think. But you're all getting taller, right? But you're getting taller, we're growing, you're getting bigger. So the growth mindset is the belief that we are still growing. So if there is a topic that you maybe aren't as confident with, or that you may struggle with, a non-growth mindset will be, I can't do it, I'm never going to be able to do it, it's too hard, I'm not going to do it. But a growth mindset, and what I want for you, my students, to adopt is the belief that, this is difficult, but I know I can do it, and you're going to try. You may ask me for help, you may ask another classmate for help, but the growth mindset is the belief that you can do it, not saying it's too hard. Alright, and we got to learn. We're not going to be perfect. I make mistakes. There are things that Mr. Berglund still struggles with. Alright, but we can always learn from each experience, and we can get better. So I'm going to encourage you to do your best. Alright, now we have to use Google Meet. We are all going to be meeting for the first month at least on Google Meets. So we need to use that appropriately, alright? So I know Mrs. Mathevosian has probably talked about it, but we got to show up in class attire. We don't want you in your PE. I don't want to see your, your Teletubby, your Big Bird pajamas, or your Mulan pajamas. I don't need to see that, alright? So let's be appropriate. I will not be able to mute you, so I'm just going to ask, just like in class, if you have anything to say, please raise your hand and wait for me to call on you. Please don't just blurt out answers unless I say, alright, everybody just respond, 1, 2, 3, go, then do it. But most 95 to 99% of the time, I just need you to raise your hand and wait for me to call on you, and we'll have discussions that way. You may have to go to the bathroom. That's perfectly fine. Just send in the chat like, Mr. Berglund, I have to go to the bathroom, or I'm going to the bathroom right now. So I just know you're not there, so in case I want to call on you, and I'll just be like, oh, where'd you go? Alright? You're gonna have science tools. You will all have a science kit, and we have to use those appropriately. There are gonna be some ingredients, materials that are not safe to be put in your mouth. Actually, nothing should be put in your mouth. So nothing goes in your mouth. We're gonna be observing though. We're gonna have to feel it. We're gonna have to smell it. Alright, we're going to have to look at it, so just use it the right way. Alright, if I see you playing around with the toys and we're in class, I'm going to take them away, and we may have to talk to your parents about you not using your tools the correct way, but just know that I know you can do it. An attention getter. So, it's going to be very easy. So if it's really loud and you're talking, or I just need to get your attention, I'm going to go science, and you're going to say rules, and we're going to be quiet. Alright, so just practice. Be real loud. Ooh, what are you going to have for dinner? Oh, I don't really know. Science! And you can say rules, and it's going to get quiet. Perfect. Guys, science is fun. It's hands-on investigations. This says, do your best and have fun. Just do your best. If you do your best, that's all I can ask for you. I'm going to hold you to high expectations. I know you are all capable. You're all smart, bright children. And I know you can do your best. Moving on. Students' rights. So what I mean by students' rights, this is what we're all entitled to, because in my science class, we're going to have discussions. Alright, so it says you have the right to share your ideas while the rest of your classmates pay attention and respond to you. So if there's something you want to share or ask questions, it is up to the rest of you students, to pay attention and respond. You know, have respectful discussions, debates. Each and every one of you has the right to ask questions. There is no such thing as a silly question, alright? Just because some student may understand it doesn't mean that you will, and it's okay to ask those questions to help you get to a better understanding. You have the right to be treated with respect. I touched about respect. We're all going to be respectful and not make fun of, call names, alright? Students' responsibility. So this is what I'm asking of you. I'm asking you to speak loud enough so that others can hear you, to listen while other students are speaking and try to understand them. So I have the habit of when someone's talking and I don't really listen to them because there's something I want to think, so I'm going to be thinking about what I want to say instead of listening. I may miss it. Just all be present listeners. And you have the responsibility to agree or disagree with others, but explain why. Alright, just to say, you're wrong, or I disagree with you. But you say, oh, you know what, I don't agree with you because X, Y, Z, and just say why. Alright? Science journal. So in your kits, or on your class list, we all asked you to get a composition book. So this is mine for your class. It's green. But basically, you have all these beautiful pages, right? So we're all going to use it. And how it's used is that I'm going to ask you to take notes. So you're going to use your pencil, and each day we're going to go chronologically. So that means in order. So we're starting on, the first day of school was September 9th. So I would put September 9th. And then the next page, whenever our next class is, if it's September 11th, you're just going to write September 11th. You don't want to do September 11th on this page and flip all the way to the middle and go September 14th. Because that doesn't make sense. You're not going to be able to flip along. We want to follow each day. There's going to be an order. But we're going to use this to take notes. All right, you will all have worksheets in your packets that I send home with you. You'll fill those out and you'll post them in here so that you can go back and check your work. If there's some vocabulary word that we discussed earlier a couple weeks ago, you can go back through your notes and see, oh, this is what volume or properties means. And you can go back. Alright? Periodically, occasionally, I'm going to take your journals and I'm going to look through them to make sure that you're taking notes, because these are designed to help you. Alright? If you take good notes, if you put your worksheets in here, and if you do your best and maybe make detailed drawings and observations, when it goes time to review or look back on it, or if I ask you questions, you will have all your answers right here. Because I will never ask a question or quiz you or whatever the case may be. I will never ask you a question that hasn't been covered. So if you have all your notes in here, you'll be fine. How this class works, so we are going to be meeting synchronously, and in this case asynchronously. So synchronously means on Google Meets you can see me and we're interacting together. Asynchronous means I am recording the video like I am now, and then I am posting it on YouTube or to your Seesaw page for you to watch at a later time. We will have discussions. That's why I went over the students' responsibilities and right. We're going to have discussions, and I want us to be able to talk and share our opinions. What did you observe during this investigation? Do you agree with your classmate? Do you disagree? All right. So we're going to have discussions to help us deepen our understanding. We also will do those asynchronously. So I may ask a question on Seesaw, and then you will just go on Seesaw and type out, draw, film yourself giving a response. I will post assignments, so fun little assignments, kind of like I did with the questionnaire and the 3 questions you have for me. I'll post those on Seesaw as well. And there'll be a few exit tickets. And exit tickets are just questions that I might ask you. So I might ask you, what did you learn this week? Or what are 2 questions that you still don't have that will help you understand something better? Because maybe you may not be understanding, and by answering those exit ticket questions, I will learn, oh, you know what, you're struggling with this topic. Maybe I need to cover it again so that I want to better meet your needs. And you already had your first assignment. Your first assignment was to film your response to the questionnaire on Seesaw, and then I posted an optional 3 questions. You can ask them. They can be serious questions. They can be silly questions. But please respond to those by Monday the 14th. All right? I miss you guys. I hope you're doing well. Have a great rest of your week. And I will talk to you soon.